It was all peaceful and quiet, and then we arrived.
Funny, Andy goes, okay, I want a nice, beautiful backdrop, and then we're going to serenely walk in. And I'm like, no, we're not. That's not going to be happening. Not with Dylan.
In fairness, I did say I also don't know how to serenely walk.
So can you imagine if somebody's listening to this in a podcast, there's going to be like sort of birdies over here screaming. They'll have them.
So welcome, everyone. I'm Andy from Andy's Adventures.
Dylan from Off Track.
And this is Just a Bit of Banter. And this is episode 4.
Jeez, look at us go. Episode 4.
Fucking hell. Whoops. Okay, we have got so much to learn. Episode 4, we're getting about 500 on the YouTube watching each time, which is pretty
actually,
good.
I was giving Andy some numbers of other more well-known people that are doing podcasts.
Yeah.
And we're actually going pretty good.
So, I won't say names.
You can. These guys don't get
All
it.
right. So, well, that's true. So, Tony from the outer side, who's a big public figure, works for a huge company in the industry. He's well known by lots of people. He's featured on Forward Drive 24/7.
Heaps of times.
Loads of times. And we're 100 and something behind him on views for a podcast.
And he has 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're not quite there. But but that goes to show that you guys are actually watching this and hopefully enjoying it, which is really good.
And then the other one's the Forward Drive podcast, which is Ronnie Dow's.
Yeah.
And
I'm not beating him. But yeah, he's not.
And they've only got like 1,200 subscribers or something small.
Yeah.
And same again, not many views, only 1,200 views.
So we're also, depending on where you're watching, listening with your ear holes or watching with your eyeballs, you could be doing it on YouTube or Spotify. Apple, we're on Apple Podcasts, and that is also soon to become a video one as well. It's on Amazon.
iHeartRadio.
And iHeartRadio.
There you go.
So you can listen to us wherever you like. And we're a lot to handle. So sometimes listening in the background's a great way of doing it. If you're doing a long journey or something like that, it's just nice to have on the background. It's just a bit of banter. Yep. It's nothing too serious.
And I would say we're more of an upbeat energy podcast where there's like a true crime podcast we try to listen to in the car, but the dude has a very monotone voice.
Yeah.
Which he puts on, but it actually puts you to sleep while you're driving.
Which is like, those ones can actually be quite good to help me sleep, sort of thing. Was this something that's nice? I think we complement each other well, where it's the industry that we're in, we're enjoying camping, forward driving, anything to do with that as well, whether it be, well, you don't think caravanning is camping, but,
No, caravanning is caravan.
Yeah. And as I say, this is just a bit of banter, and welcome to Scotland.
For anybody who doesn't know, it's because I live, we've now just bought this place, so we're in Buchan. This will soon to be maybe. Oh, thanks, man. Squirt all over me.
At least it's soda water.
Geez, is that a bit inappropriate? What's our rating here?
Starting early, but it is soda water.
So yeah, we are thinking about putting a hip camp here. We asked it in a video last week and got a lot of people saying yes. When we turn it on, we don't know whether or not we sort of do some improvements or whatnot, but down here is where people could certainly come with a caravan.
There's going to have to be some pre-hip camp testing, and I've already said, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it. So, like, I don't have a fancy camera or anything like that, so it's very limited to what you can see. I'm not going to try and move it around. We've got one of the dams here.
If you're clever, you could video on your mobile phone and then overlay it for these guys. You're like, you asshole, that's more work.
I did manage to do it, but I can't remember how I did it because I didn't realize. I might save that for the next one. But I'm going to describe it this time because we want to see how it goes and things like that. I've got a beautiful dam here. The water lilies are in flower, whichever you want to call it. It's gorgeous. We've got the ducks. Unfortunately, we made them leave because we set up here. So they're in just the other side. You wouldn't be able to see them from. There you go. They're coming? No, they're coming. Here we go. Here come the ducks. There go the ducks. Okay, no ducks.
Oh, shit, they ran into the tree.
And then we were having a walk around. We had the deer. There was the deer as well.
Yeah, the deer, yep.
That was so cool to see.
They just distracted by the bird.
Yeah, they just clear the fence as easy as they're hopping through. A whole horse thing down the back for Ash. It's beautiful.
Lots and lots of birds because we've got. It used to be a macadamia farm, and there's still, how many would you reckon?
There's
50?
Oh, I reckon more. Yeah, a lot more.
So,
like a lot more.
And the cockatoos all love the macadamia nuts. So we've got birds galore here.
The ground is just like macadamias.
Yeah, when we open the hip camp up, just fill your pockets with macadamia like you have.
I've only got 2 left on my pocket. But, so I've got a couple. There's more in the car. Oh, sorry, yeah. There's more in the car. So for those that are listening, I've got a couple of macadamia nuts out of my pocket.
Nuts.
Is it cold? But yeah, it is such a beautiful place. And Dylan very graciously has said that we can film these here.
Yep.
And he's also going to set up a bit down the back area. So I'll help him do that, hopefully.
There could be a couple of people from the old Yarns podcast. So anybody that remembers the off-track HQ that we used to film in, you and I are going to have a crack at trying to sort of replicate that, but make it a little bit more rustic. We found there's some random old power poles.
There is a lot. There's like probably 30.
Yep. And then some big boulders. So we'll sort of make a fire pit. I'll find out where the hell they got that slab that sat on the tap, because I'd love to.
Yeah, a big piece of timber like that. That would be great.
I don't know where you get it, but then all we got to do is some colour bond on the sides and stuff.
Well, even the colour bond, you could just find some old rustic iron sheet, which would just look great.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't get rid of all the trees, because for those listening, down one side, it's tree lined down here with macadamias. There's tree lined at the back with macadamias, and then there's trees. I don't know what's what, but anyway, I worked out the spacing between those trees is absolutely perfect for slinging up hammocks.
But do you know what loves living inside macadamia trees?
No.
Green tree snakes and carpet pythons.
That's
so
all
both non-venomous. But imagine if you're sleeping in your hammock. Because I went through, there's a farm down at Byron where you can eat. They've got a restaurant. And I went walking through their macadamia thing, and a carpet python just dropped right in front of my face. So I know there is that.
But I would love that. Like I've just, and we've had the cockatoos coming through, and then you've been saying, you heard... Dylan's very good with, he can say, oh, no, that's not a crow feather. That's
I found a black cockatoo feather.
Black cockatoo feather as well, which is pretty cool.
One of my autism obsessions may be birds.
Oh, you'll get on with someone else I know. She loves birds as well, but she tries to track what she's in and things, and it's like, I go, oh, there's a bird. But anyway, it's a beautiful place. This is us, and here we are. We do have a little bit of a run sheet. So I gave Dylan a bit of a hand for one of his videos earlier. And so that was, well, actually, maybe afternoon. But anyway, it's a lot later now.
It takes a lot longer than you think to film them, don't it?
It does.
Because there's a lot of mistakes. There is segments, and then I forgot the microphones for the first 2, and then the last one, Andy forgot to put his hat on, and his hat had the microphone. So there was a lot of... Have you seen that? Can you hear them? You can't see them, but the birds like dive bombing and eating something out of the dam.
Anyone listening can't see them.
No, but I'm talking about you.
Oh. Well, no,
so that's if you're wondering why I keep getting distracted, same with you guys, the birds are just like when they're grabbing something.
It's so nice here. I mean, there's a junkyard just down over there, but in time we won't be able to see that. So,
how many plants did I buy today?
Oh, was it like? Am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
Oh, Ash won't listen, so it's all right. Was it 190?
194 grand's worth to do the whole perimeter, which is behind you guys, which is the road. All tropical species plants. So I'll have a back row that will grow really tall. They'll grow to about 4 or 5 meters tall. And then there'll be a front row, which is just all colour. And basically then it'll feel like we're in this little tropical rainforest.
And it's like there is over to one side, there's like a driveway that goes to the equestrian.
Easement.
Do you call it an equestrian place? Or what do you call it?
Adjusting facility.
It goes to an adjusting facility. I see, we should have walked serenely. Anyway, so there's the odd vehicle that goes down there, and we have now seen, I think, 2, but maybe because it's the time of day. But there's no one tearing down there because they're all horsey people and respectful and all the rest.
Because we're at a cul-de-sac as well, because I've never lived on a cul-de-sac. Is that what this is, cul-de-sac? Yeah. You actually don't get many people because the only people coming to the end are the people that live here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like our house where we are. It's cul-de-sac.
There you go. So, but you've got a church.
Well, we've got a church in an old folks' home, so really no one comes there anyway.
Should we get on to our first...
Well, we should do. I just want to remind people.
Yep.
So, because you can listen in all those places, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Drop a comment. We read them, and
we do read all of them, and we'll try and get back to all of them.
And a big one: if you see a comment and you like what they say, or you want to talk back to them, comment back to their comment.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know, I actually had someone find my phone number, or they actually got my details and then messaged me a call, and then we had a chat on the phone, which was lovely. But, comment
Chuck
to
a comment.
But I do understand that for him, he felt that it was easier to talk something rather than write it as a comment. So that's
You know
cool.
who I reckon you'll probably get a comment from?
Two Moodles. I did actually notice, because I've been away. So I did notice that she's commented on the Andy's Adventures channel on stuff. So I've got to reply to those. And also, if you're an email type person, you can email andy@andysadventures.com.au. And if you just put in the subject line, it's about the podcast, at least I'll know. And I'll try and get that as a actual
Is that
podcast
so you can
email.
get a sponsor? Are you trying to get sponsors?
Nah.
What about your drink? What's your drink? Now brought to you by...
No, this is like I'm really liking the soda waters, and this is like a yuzu sparkling water one, but the sodalies are really nice. This one's not quite as nice, but anyway. So we have basically what we do. We have a couple of banter topics. We go through a couple of other things.
I'd love to get your feedback. So the last episode we did remotely. Let us know which one you like more, this or the remote, because I feel this is, for us, I feel a lot more engaged.
Yes. It's almost not staged, the other one, and you can't see each other either. Yep. So I know if you're listening, you can't see anyway, but if you're listening, you can listen to the conversation seamlessly. Whereas for us doing it, it's a one-way.
Yep.
It's just odd. And I know originally when I did ask, people did prefer the face-to-face. Unfortunately, we don't live that close to each other, but I think it's worth us me making the effort.
We're 15 minutes closer now.
Well, that's a bonus. It was an hour, so, But I think it's just, it's nice to do it this way.
We'll come out and camp.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. Because I'm pre-recording these now to make it a little bit easier, which is nice. So, yeah, that's a good idea.
Because then you could bring your computer. I don't know what you're like, but I actually like editing in nature. It seems to, I don't know, I seem to get grounded.
You've got a laptop. I don't have a laptop.
Geez, that was a rookie error. Maybe somebody might let you lend their laptop.
Oh, that's true.
And you use Final Cut Pro.
Yes.
And you use Apple.
Yep. Yeah, so that's okay. At least I know those things. Yeah.
And then you're probably like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?
Oh, yeah, because you're very good on that. Like, I don't know.
Wait till you see the video that's dropping. What day is it?
Today is Tuesday.
Is it?
No, it's Wednesday.
It's dropped now.
Yeah, 4:30.
So after this finishes, you'll be able to go watch it. It's my best ever edit.
Is it really?
Yeah. There's some things. So there's a whole bunch of shit in the video that doesn't exist. And I've had
you shouldn't be saying that it's not there.
But I've told people.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like angled right, coloured right. It's got a shadow, and then I get like all the specs behind me.
And that's all through Final Cut.
Yep. And the specs drop in, but they're behind me. I'm in front of the whole spec chart, and it looks like a big billboard behind me. I said, Dash, this is like, it took me a lot of time.
But now that you've done it once, can you replicate it?
Yeah, but there's no speeding it up. It's just a slow. It's like TJ and Mac. TJ said that you get better at editing, but that actually makes the edit take longer.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do more. It never gets faster. Yeah. It's just you're better with it.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll go on and we'll sort of, so we've done a bit of a thingy. We have a couple of banter topics. I was going to come up with one. Dylan comes up with one. And then we maybe digress. And
really important that you guys get involved in the banter topics. It's to talk with you and get your feedback as well.
Yeah.
So please comment and give us your opinions on it.
And with the comments as well, we'll normally feed back and going, oh, yeah, so this person said this in relationship to what we were saying before, which works really well.
You'll respond to all the comments because you gave me a serve for not responding to people. So
that's right. So I make sure respond. I do. Yeah. Yeah, which is, it's funny because you have to monitor it and then you leave it a day or two and then you can come back. But then you have to remember that to go back again because YouTube's changed the way they've done their notifications and
Oh, I don't use the notifications.
Oh, shit. Anyway. But so my topic, which I think is a fairly a good discussion point. So, and it's not about camping as in with a camper or caravan or anything like that. But my topic is going to be camping, and it's going to be like a rooftop tent, a tent or a swag. So about what's your preference? Let us know. What do you like camping in and why? Not just tent, swag,
So swag, rooftop tent, or ground tent.
or ground tent.
Yeah.
And then the other reason I was coming into it was the weights, because obviously depending on what you're in, weight can be a factor. The
Pack-up
cost
size.
and the practicality. So I think actually for a change, we're going to be in agreement that when we're camping, we generally camp in tents now.
Correct. We're odd because very few people do it. Maybe if they have a family. I think a lot of family people use tents because you can get like a big 6-person tent.
And you've got that extra room for other bits and pieces inside.
And babies, I think a lot of people that if they take babies, it's easy to set a baby up in a tent.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I've got friends and they use swags for the babies because then the baby can't go anywhere.
Yep. But yeah, so my reasons, a tent packs up the smallest.
Tent is space-wise and weight-wise.
Yep, the smallest.
Definitely the best.
But then the funny thing is, packs up the smallest, weighs less, but then opens up the biggest.
Yeah. And this is the thing. So I also love camping in my swag.
And do the seasons change your preference? Because the season does change mine.
No, it depends on what I'm doing.
Oh, but your tent's different to mine.
As in?
Your material's a canvas.
Yeah.
My material's a nylon. Is that a
like
nylon?
the nylon-y. It's the thinner stuff.
Yeah. So in winter, the tent goes away.
Yeah.
And the swag goes everywhere. And then Ash and I are happy being close together in a swag because we heat up the swag.
Are you sure Ash is happy being close to you?
Till I start getting a bit handsy and then she's not so happy. But no, so ours is, swag in winter, which will now be the caravan in winter because we traditionally just didn't go camping in winter. But now we will take the caravan with a diesel heater.
Yep.
Or we probably will get a diesel heater to review and then can take that in a swag.
There is no reason not to use a diesel heater in a tent or swag.
Yep. I've reviewed 2 of them before.
We've sort of done it before.
Work really well.
Yeah, it does. And there's no smell. I was amazed when I first did it.
And a diesel heater doesn't dry you out like aircon heating.
Yeah, that's
horrible.
Well, also, actually, you've been doing reviews on aircons recently for tents, but I feel aircon, you need a ton of power to run it, especially if you're doing, say, 2 nights or something like that. You've got to get the power back in. But the swag's the funny one because I love camping in my swag. It's not practical.
No, they're huge.
They are huge. They're heavy.
So you saw my 2 swags over there, right?
Yeah.
That's not 2 swags. That's 1 swag and a mattress.
No.
So the first swag has the 5 centimeter standard foam. Mind you, that swag it's 23.0. I've had it since I was 21. So before they were 23.0, they were just on eBay. They would sell on eBay and that was all they were. Still kicking the swag, got no problem with it. 5 centimeter foam mattress. And then I ordered off eBay as well a memory foam 7 centimeter topper.
Yep, so make it really comfy.
So the topper lives in 1 swag bag and then the swag with the thing lives in the other and then you take both swag bags.
I know, and that is huge. Yep. That is, and that's the thing, the swag's great. I was on Bribey. You weren't. I
didn't get invited. Thanks, Andy. I'm not upset about it or anything.
I was on Bribey and a couple of friends, Brenda and Rach, they had swags, and then Rach was a new one, so you can't really count that. So
your friends went to Bribey? Okay, at least I know where I stand.
It's I must just get a shovel and keep digging. But so one of them had
There's a shovel on the
no, I have actually got a shovel right here. One of them had a brand new swag, so you can't really count that for size. Oh, is that the black cockatoo? No, is that?
Yeah, that's a black cockatoo.
Oh, I'm sorry those are listening. I'm just getting distracted now by the birds. It's so nice here. Yeah, so hers was really small, but of course when it's brand new and they vacuum seal it and stuff.
Oh, it is such, when you go pick them up from a shop, I didn't know you meant she hadn't opened it yet, and you're like, man, this thing's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't end up that way.
No. And then the other one had, I'm not pro ARB products at all. I just think they're anyway, different story. But hers was now I'm going to get so distracted all the time.
Hey, we're on a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Was the base camp?
No, hers was the ARB Touring.
Is that the same one that Trip in a Van Justin uses?
Not sure. But it actually, when it's compact, when it's rolled up, it isn't that big. It's still not compact.
Did she get a bag with it? Because Justin's doesn't come with a bag.
I'm wondering if it didn't have a bag.
Yeah, I don't think ARB. Everybody else gives you a bag with your swag. ARB, you pay more and you don't even get a bag.
And then they put the swags on the stretchers.
Yep.
Was my swag, because my swag
To
is...
me, that's even worse because the stretcher takes up so much more room as well. Like, why? I know Australians, and I know probably majority of you out there are going to be either a rooftop tent or a swag, but I just don't get the swag. I'm sorry, I don't get it. In winter, to
But
keep
I
you
love
warm.
it. The strange thing is, I agree, it does not make sense, but I love it.
No. Winter's the only time I'll run a swag. Other than that, I'm like, they just do not make any sense. And
But for me,
they're
it's
exhausting to pack up as well. It's not, a tent is quite easy to pack up, like physically.
Yeah, because it stages and,
But a swag is
you're
like,
manhandling.
oh,
Well, and if you get a double swag, so I'll never forget, we were camping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We were camping and I had a double swag and I lent it to our daughter and her partner. And when it came to pack up, they were going, how'd you pack it up? Because and I said, no, it is a 2-person job to get the roll going. I've got rid of that one. I've only got the single swag. So I only really use my single swag if I'm solo camping, probably for no more than 2 nights.
Yep.
Because I have to be solo camping because there's no other space for anything. So you need to be able to, have no clothes or whatever else because you just don't have the room in the swag kind of thing. Whereas my tent is the one that gets used the most.
So have you ever slept in a rooftop tent?
No.
So I've had two rooftop tents. I had the one that I took to Cape York, the beach to bush, and then I had the iCamper. The iCamper was cost so much, like they're $7,000 now. But
that's one of my things.
But phenomenal. So I feel a rooftop tent is a cheaper option to do a lap around Australia. Brilliant for that.
Cheaper than what?
Like than buying a caravan.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh,
so you could fit your car in, you could do a lap in a rooftop tent. If it rains, as long as you've got an awning with some walls, you're probably fine. Really cheap option of doing it.
But you could swag it or tent it.
Nah. I think you would get so over a swag in a tent.
I would actually, I've made that comment. I'm going to take it back because I think if you're putting it up and taking it down every day when there is a simpler option, you would go the simpler option.
Because the rooftop tent is really quick, as long as you get the right one. You can get a wrong one.
Oh, and then there's no point doing it. So here's my thing is, do you mind if we touch on,
what are you going to touch?
Costs. Yeah. So tent, I would say, is the cheapest because you could get entry-level tent. You can get a tent from Kmart. So
you can't get an entry-level. Oh, King Swag, $150.
But you could buy a tent for
$20.
Yeah. And it won't be any good, but for summertime, it would actually be okay.
But we used to use Kmart tents.
So did we, yeah. And funnily enough, I've still got one in the garage, like a 3-person one, which is really only a 2-person one.
You had to put all the poles together and feed them over.
But they still work and they do their thing. They won't do, they're not, if the weather's bad, it's not ideal and things like that. But at least a tent is the cheapest option.
I'm going to go, lock in tent cheapest.
You can spend, that's a starting point.
So we're going to say starting point's around $30-$40.
Yeah, for a cheap, shitty one.
I would say, is the premium at $1,000 something. But
I bought it secondhand.
Yep.
A swag, I would say,
because everyone wants me to review I should have got you to brought it. They want me to review your style of tent.
I love it.
But
it's so good.
I can't buy it. It's too expensive.
No, well, I'll just bring mine.
Yeah, but they want me to do 2 of them together. And it's like, I've still got to buy one of them at like
2 of
15.
what type?
Your type.
And
2 of your style of.
Well, why would you do the same?
Because they want to know between the 2 brands what the difference is.
Oh, like another brand of the same thing. Gotcha.
Because what brand is yours?
Oz10, Oz10.
And who else? Do you know who else does one?
No.
Yeah. Somebody
Kings.
Does. They really?
They now do a copy of it.
That's not one that attaches to their awning?
No, they do a copy of it.
Okay, I might get the Kings.
Yeah, we could do a side by side then.
I may have them as a sponsor. I haven't told you this. I got an email on the way.
Oh, did you?
There's a big fight that's blown out.
That's so funny. I still haven't managed to catch up on that side, but
and I was able to swing it into, hey, would you like me to start doing some reviews for you?
That's funny.
They're down.
Cool.
As long as I am fair in my assessments.
And I think that, and with the King stuff, it is very easy to be fair.
Yep. Well,
And-
I really want to show their swag. It is a really good swag.
We were at
Kenilworth.
Kenilworth Homestead, and so for
Kings
those,
Plus.
if anyone's listening outside of Australia, because actually we've got a percentage in America. I can't remember the percentage.
So that's probably coming from my channel because I'm getting a big lot of American people start coming on board.
Oh, that's cool. So they would know my Oz tent, but they wouldn't know King's. King's is like is known as a very cheap entry level.
They have the store over there.
Costco, Walmart. I think King's is cheaper.
Really, Walmart?
Because Walmart still has branded stuff, whereas King's is only theirs. But anyway, we saw this King's swag, and it is a King's. What do they call it?
Plus.
Extra plus. It was really nice.
So they're bringing out. So to anybody who doesn't know King's, they're as you said, heavily entry level stuff that is hit and miss. But
It's
they're
very hit and miss. But the quality control. I think the big thing is their cheap stuff is. It's like it doesn't go through quality control.
So I got sent a set of drawers. Well, I bought a set of drawers. They were missing a whole bunch of screws. And it's like you just don't get that from normal companies.
No.
But King's, you're like, that's King's. I'll chuck some screws in.
And in fairness, I've also got, on the flip side, I've got a stand-up paddleboard, inflatable paddleboard.
Which is phenomenal.
And normally, they're about $500 starting point, aren't they? Realistically. And I think I paid like 150, and it's like at least... I reckon it's 3 years old at least, and still nothing wrong with it.
The only fridge that I will recommend in Australia is King's fridges.
Yeah, I know, that's funny.
They use a it's a Huawei or something. But I just saw this morning. This is how obsessed I am with reviewing stuff. Anaconda has been able to find their compressor, which I believe I'm going to.
And they're going to put it in the dunes.
It's already in there, but. I believe because we have a guy at work that used to work quite high up at King's, and he said they actually have the Australian licensing over that compressor.
That's going to be interesting.
Now brought one in, so I've got to talk to King's and say,
see what's going to happen there.
Because they're phenomenal. And I was actually going to do a video talking on the 90% of the fridges in Australia are now run on Sepco compressors.
Yeah.
Which are just trash. They don't work in Australia. Because a lot of people want me to do fridge reviews, but why bother? They're the same fridge.
Well,
the insulation changes.
Yeah, and I'll admit, I would have to say my Engel is nothing like my Dometic.
Yeah, but your Engel doesn't have a Sepco compressor.
No,
it has a Japanese one.
I love the Engel.
Yeah, because it has a Japanese compressor.
That was a present. Actually, how did we get that? We got that through we got vouchers from RSCQ or something.
Hey, by the way, what are we talking about? Tents?
Oh, yes. So, so we said about the tents and the swags. So swags, let's say you can get, let's say a cheap one at maybe about 150.
Yeah, Kings will be cheapest, 150.
And it's
traditionally around 270, 350
I reckon 300 to 600. So 300 would get you a better one,
standard,
and a 600 would be
all
a
your
fairly
extra
good one.
And
and you could pay more, but that's generally the spread. Whereas with a tent,
is the $600 swag still a swag, or are they a tent?
No, they're still a swag.
You sure?
Yeah,
they're getting very close to a tent.
That was one that I had, which I then sold.
Too big?
Yeah. It was just too impractical. It was like the whole thing is, yes, I love the idea, but you pack it up and to take it anywhere. If I put it on the roof, I didn't fit through height restrictions. So and on the ferry going to Stratty, they had to put me in. It was just crazy.
So then the rooftop tents
so this is the thing. They start
$1,500 Kings.
Okay, taking out that one,
$2,500.
$2.5 grand.
Yep.
For a rooftop tent, which is
a tent that's on your roof,
is just a tent that's on the roof with a swag style mattress and smaller because it's on your roof. And they weigh upwards of 70 kilos.
Nah, 50 is your starting point.
Is it really?
Now getting in 40.
Oh, when you say starting point, that's for probably a premium one at that weight. Is it?
$3.5 grand for a carbon fiber, 45 kilos.
And then you're also, so here's the thing, the tent I use when I'm camping, or swag, and then it lives in the garage.
Yep.
I reckon I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna say 95% of people who have a rooftop tent on their car leave it on all the time.
And I wonder if, because the few people that take them off would use like a roof on their garage and hoist it off. I wonder how many of those, when they go away camping, go, I'll just take the swag.
Yeah, because it's too
'Cause they
much
still
hassle
have
to
to-
now lower it down. You've got to make sure the garage is clear and it can go on. You still got to bolt it down and everything else. So I was helping a friend the other day, Dan, and oh no, sorry, he was helping me actually. He was helping me with 12-volt for this, and then he said, "Oh, can you give us a little hand just lifting this rooftop onto his FJ?" And I went, "Yeah, sure, no problems." So his FJ is, it's probably on 35s.
Yeah,
they're big. It's lifted, so and then it's got it's very high. Like it's well, this isn't, and you can't
what
see,
brand?
but it's Toyota, the FJ Cruiser.
No, what brand tent?
Like a bushwhacker one.
So you would have been
So
around.
it was about that thick.
Yeah, you would have been around 80 kilos.
So it had been in the sun, or my side had been in the sun all day whilst we did the 12-volt on this. I went to pick it up. So now, and it's black and black metal. So now I'm burning my hands.
Which are all generally black.
Which is, again, why?
iCamper used to make a white one and they didn't sell.
Yeah, the Australians have this strange fascination with let's make things black in a really hot country.
And you know what's funny? The dude that imported the iCampers told me 15 degrees difference with the white one.
Yeah, I would take that. I wouldn't care.
But nobody would buy them.
No. Well, this thing, we couldn't get it on. We just couldn't do it. Because
you got to get it above your head.
I had to be full arm stretch and tippy toes to get to the height I needed to get to. So I put max tracks on the floor. So then that gave me that much. And it still was, Dan's like 6'15" or whatever it is. He's really tall. But he was also struggling. So I didn't feel quite so bad.
Well, it's because both of you would have been lifting 40 odd kilos.
And it made us feel bad.
Yep.
So we had a workaround and we could drive the car somewhere else to a lower section, and then we just like backed it up, and anyway, we made it. But it was like, there's no way people are taking a rooftop tent off and on unless they've got mechanical assistance.
But even then, I think that, because I used to take my wheels off, this is how much of a tight ass I am. Used to have, with my BT50, it came with wheels, obviously. And then I upgraded to 33 RTs, and I didn't want to wear them out. So I would run my road tires and then swap over the day that I was going away camping.
Yep.
That novelty wore off, and then the amount of times I just went camping with road tires.
So with Michelle, she said we did it with the nav and the patrol. And so we had the standards, and you get better fuel efficiency and everything else. It doesn't look as cool.
No.
Because you might haven't lifted everything else. It's
when you lift
it looks like you've skipped leg day, you know.
So embarrassing.
And so she just kept saying, because then I wouldn't change them, because I went, well, I prefer the look. So I adds a bit more fuel and I'm wearing them out, but it looks so much better. So she said, get rid of them. Oh no, but I might change them. And the reality is I thought about it for a long time on both cars. And then it was, I think someone obviously got defect or whatever and wanted standard ones. I went, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'll sell them. Because it's the same thing. You're storing them. It's the hassle of changing. You just don't do it. So rooftop tent, I would like to try a rooftop tent, but see, here's my other problem.
They're really good for sleeping in. I've got to give them credit for that.
But here's my other problem. So we were on Bribey, and unfortunately, Mavis is only a 2-seater. So the Prenti here, I'm sitting next to the Prenti, for those listening. She's a Land Rover, ex-Australian Army, and she's only a 2-seater. I am planning on a bench seat in the back eventually, but only a 2-seater. So I can only really, it was only me going. So, you know, but like 3 of the other vehicles couldn't be moved because of their camping setup.
Yep.
Admittedly, none were in a rooftop, but a rooftop is that problem.
Yep.
You're set up with the vehicle. So then when you want to go somewhere.
The best one I use for an example is Double Island. Double Island Point, you camp on the shitter side, the open beach side, and then every day you have to drive up to Double Island Point to get to the nice bay and calm.
Yep. Well, it's almost like a lagoon sort of thing, you know. Yep.
And they're not allocated camping spots. So then if you pack up your rooftop tent, and this is when we had a rooftop tent, we went, shit, we now have to leave our table and chairs, but we wanted to take our chairs to Double Island Point to sit on. We now have to leave those. we have to hope somebody doesn't come along and go, "Oh, look, free table and chairs," and pinch them.
Yeah, because there's no other setup.
Yep. Or don't just set up next to the table and chairs, and then we get in a Barney and they're like, "Oh, you weren't here." And we're like, "We left our table and chairs. We just went up to the point." So they're really inconvenient for that. To me, a rooftop tent is only good if you're doing day-to-day camping.
And you've got the budget to stretch to a lot of money.
Yep.
So we would like to hear your guys' thoughts.
Yep.
So let us know what you camp in and why you've chosen that.
Yep.
And for me, especially those with rooftop tents, can you let me know, do you, when you look at it overall, do you go, you know what, I'm still really glad I've done it? Because it is one of those things, well, when you bought it, yes, it's a lot of money, but you only buy it the once,
Yep.
hopefully. And then it's done and you can forget about that.
Yep.
That tends to be what I do when I buy something. I forget, once I bought it, then I can forget what I paid for it. But let me know what you think about it. And do you find those things a factor? Like, I do forward driving and part of me goes, well, okay, rooftop tent, roof platform, bars, recovery tracks and everything else.
Yep.
Oh, that was the other thing I didn't really come into. You're looking at well over 100 kilos on
which
your
is
roof.
probably over most cars.
Which for off-roading, you're
Horrible.
probably over the limit of a lot of roofs.
Yep.
I mean, the roof platforms are rated, but that's irrelevant because you're only as strong as your weakest link, and the weakest link is the roof.
Yep.
So, but please let me know, because I would just love to hear your thoughts. You might go, well, we're more of a touring setup, so we don't do the forward driving, but the rooftop tent's a great idea because, we'll do one, we go to somewhere like this and we have everything with us and we can just set up for a day or two and then we go back home. In that case, rooftop tent's probably good.
Yep.
It's just out of my range to try because you can't try it cheaply.
I don't think it's your style of camping.
Well, I think you're right.
Next topic. We've probably spoken about this for enough.
So I reckon we go on to yours.
Yep.
So you were talking about, because I didn't put it on here, you wanted to go with prepaid or open slather.
Yeah. So want to hear from you guys. Obviously, pre-COVID, everybody knows the camping setup was first in, best dressed. You rocked up if there was a spot, you paid for it as you drove in, and then you went and picked a spot. If there wasn't a spot, you could be driving up to an hour to find another spot. There was no hip camp back then.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
So there was the downsides of that versus now it's obviously all moved into allocated bays and you book online, which is convenient for that you have your spot booked, but
only if it's in a bay. What about, sorry to cut in.
Yep. Yeah, there is some that aren't bays. Like
some it's a zone. You've pre-booked in an area.
Yep.
Like, so take Double Island.
Yep.
Which,
mind you, we booked in a zone and the zone was completely full. There wasn't a spare spot.
That's the.
You're like,
And it's also like Bribey. So Bribey is probably, so we live in southeast Queensland, and it's different all over the country, I know, but Bribey Island is a very popular spot to go to with very limited camping.
Yeah.
There's only, I think the zones go up to about V or X or whatever. And then, anyway, there's not, it's not like there's hundreds and hundreds of sites.
20, 30 camp bays?
No, there'd be more than that.
No, I don't think there is.
Yeah, because in Area P, it goes up to site 53.
Oh, okay.
So A to P is 1 to 53. So
anyway, there's a few.
But 100 sites for the most popular place in southeast Queensland is not many.
No.
And I reckon it'd be less than 100. But anyway, I like that you book a site.
Yep.
However, that site, you can have one person, well, they can be different, but generally most of them are at least a 4-person site, and you do pay per person.
Yep.
But if you are the locals and you don't want people to come camping on Bribey Island, and this is a thing, you only need to book one site for one person for under $10 a night.
$7.50 a night.
And if you do it, like, you don't have to do every night because it's not a problem during the week. But for the weekend, you do it on Saturday night.
Yep.
Because everyone wants like Friday night, Saturday night or something like that. And it just means you can't get a spot.
Yep.
So we do a trip every 6 months and we book quite a few sites, but we have to book it 6 months out.
Yeah. And I also know a lot of people watching probably agree that they also think the national park rangers are booking sites to limit numbers, whether or not, I don't think the government's paying
Oh,
for
you
it.
think the Rangers are doing it?
A lot of us think that the rangers personally could be doing it.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's only $7.50. And you got to remember, as I've mentioned plenty of times,
So,
the
okay,
rangers are
for what
horticulturists. Well, okay, they're horticulturists, they're wildlife advocates. They've gone to uni, they love nature and wildlife. We, unfortunately, as campers, are a burden on that. And there are some really bad campers who are a big burden on it. So how do you fix that? $7.50 a night. See you later.
They can't come. Well, it's funny you should say some people are grubs. We were on Bribey. And Bribey, the reason we love Bribey is, especially if we're taking people that don't go camping a lot. So they're not self-contained or anything like that. And now in all national parks, you must have a toilet. You must take your own toilet unless there's a toilet there. On the whole of Bribey Island, the only toilets are in Area P. So if you want to go, look at a site in Area P, which go to 30-something to 53. Anyway, and it's a lovely area. You're not on top of each other. So although you have a site number, you're still separated and stuff, and it's a lovely feel. And we generally have, I think we book about 6 or 7, and we've got like oodles and oodles of space. It's great. We got there, and the grubs before us were in the area, in the site, but set up where you're not allowed to set up in the site, had trashed the place. And admittedly, wildlife would have done some of that, but wildlife doesn't strewn bottles of empty booze bottles everywhere and broken glass and cutlery and just grubs. So I filled a whole black bag. For those watching, Dylan's very close to going back.
The problem is I've now dug a hole in the back and I can't get it flat anymore.
So I pulled a whole bag of rubbish and everything else. They actually appeared at the end of the day and had a go at us. Oh, and shit. Dylan's gone.
Help. Help. And I'm like,
oh, no, it really has. I might have to move you just so as you can see that. Dylan almost went in the dam.
Yeah, look, I've like sunk into the ground. I couldn't get it out.
Whereas Fat Man here is fine.
I like how you pushed me. Jeez.
Come close. You won't catch anything. So, and they were just grubs. And then she was the most feral thing, just rude as, and he was pretty rude and said some, and actually, funnily enough, the people I was with, he called me a see you next Tuesday to start with, and you are
a bit of one.
Well,
those that don't know,
he hyped me up, and I like back. But then he was saying, F off back to your own country and all this sort of stuff. And it's like,
you should have said, hold on. You probably migrate from fucking England, you twit.
I know, but I could have said a lot. You probably got sent here as a convict. But then the people I was with, they said, well, actually, that's racial slurs. Telling someone to F off back to their own country, it's like, you can't really do that. That's not accept. And I hadn't even thought about it at the time. I was just like, yeah. So anyway, the next day, and I told the Rangers, and
are you dibber-dobber?
Well,
dibber-dobbers wear nappies, wet ones too.
Because they were saying they'd been camping there for 2 weeks. I was going, you haven't been camping here 2 weeks. Your teapot still has a plastic thing on the bottom, so you've never used it because you've only got a Weber barbecue, so you can't even heat your water for the teapot. And all the plates and cups, and they still had the... Anyway, we had the rego, told the Rangers, and they said, nah, they haven't been here. Nah. And they looked through, and they had one night they were meant to be at Poverty Creek, which is like about an hour and a half away. They were just... Apparently I was being un-Australian by wanting to camp in the site that I have booked and paid for and clearing the rubbish from the person before. What are your thoughts on that? Is that me being un-Australian trying to keep a place clean and tidy, even though it's not my rubbish?
Those people, we sort of did touch on some sort of dobbing anyway. But yeah, it's a very interesting one where I think there are some real good pros.
I want to push you again.
Really good pros to the pre-booking.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That's the whole conversation we've had. But there is a lot of cons.
So my fear is if I'm going somewhere I don't know and there's nothing available, I've got to know where I'm going. What are they? Because they sound, are they the duck?
They're the
Oh, no, they're
they're
pretty.
galahs.
No, those ones aren't. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, they are.
galahs.
Yeah.
So you know your bird noises.
No.
Galahs. Okay, I've got an interesting one for you. Let's keep using Bribey. Imagine Bribey goes back to first in best dress.
That'd be horrible.
You drive all the way up Friday night.
Yep.
It takes 4 hours on a Friday night to get from Brisbane, and it only takes an hour and a half normally.
And there is only X amount of campsites.
X amount of campsites.
And there is nothing else. There is nothing else. When those are gone, there is nothing else. And that is my fear. So that is why.
But the problem is it worked previously because the numbers weren't there. You could go on a Friday and you would only have they weren't allocated spots either. You just camp in the dunes.
And I think Bribey's, it's become popular because for us in Brisbane, it's very easy to get to.
Yep.
I know, yes, you got the traffic problems, but it's
traffic
still
problems. I swear there's no traffic problem.
Yeah.
The government will tell you, no traffic.
Bruce
Bruce is
perfectly.
fine.
But yeah, and it's like Michelle, it's her favourite place to camp.
Yep.
It's her favourite beach. It's beautiful. It's so much easier to get to than Fraser. It's just got so many pluses, and it's limited numbers. So apart from our experience with the grub, you never know other people are there. No matter where you're camping,
Yep.
you never feel crowded, and we love it for that.
So is your vote, yes, you'd like the booking?
Yeah.
I like it.
It frustrates me because also I can't go when I want to go because it's booked.
That's my biggest problem. I'm not somebody that pre-books camping. That's just not who I am. It's okay, we're free, we're caught up on YouTube, let's go camping this weekend. And then I jump on and have a look, and I can't get anywhere from Coffs Harbour up to Rainbow's the closest if you go into, what's that, Tip?
Like Inskip Point.
Inskip Point.
Double
you
Island.
can get in there generally on a weekend. And Double Island you can get in, but Double Island, all that's really far away. You're talking, 6 hours on a Friday, Arbo?
Well, and yeah, you probably would still get somewhere on Double Island. But then it's the same thing. You've allocated a spot in a zone. So you can't, all right, here we go. You're up there. You cannot find somewhere to set up camp in your zone. Let's say, hang on, but let's say there's 3 or 4 vehicles in your group. Okay. And you're all booked in that zone.
Yep.
And you can't get one.
And you can be fined if you're camping outside your zone.
And that's the point. And then you can say, but my spot wasn't available. Well, where's the proof that your spot's not available?
Because it could
so
be
then
now.
they can give you a fine.
Yep.
Whereas if you've got a thing that says, I am meant to be here, I like that.
I would like for there to be some sort of a check-in system, but then you need internet. Oh, there's Starlink now. I'd like there to be some sort of a check-in system that if you don't check in, your spot can then go back up. So in the afternoons, people can check. But then again, you are technically allowed to get there whenever you want.
Yeah, and like we book, normally we book an extra night.
Okay, I've got it. Exactly like when you go to the doctors, the beauticians, the hair, anything you get done, they send you a reminder the day before. Reply yes to confirm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, yeah. A little thing like that. Whereas I think we do get emails from, we do get emails.
So are you happy?
And it reminds us to say, I won't be able to find it, but it was a thing to say that if you can be subject to fines, sort of thing.
So are you happy? They send that message, you don't respond. The day of your camping, they call you. And then if you also don't answer, does your spot go back up that day?
It's so tricky because what if you can't answer your phone at that time?
But you've had 48 hours. They've texted you, emailed you, and called you.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because we're trying to get the spots back up when people aren't going.
Yeah. But what about if you reply saying you are going to be there and you're not there?
Well, then they should be able to find you. Because the thing is, it's $7. This is why we have the problem.
And that's the thing for the fine. It's too easy to say, my car broke down, I was sick, or there was a whole number. And that's the I know they say
but
they
once
can
you have to
fine
start
people,
explaining yourself, then people will go, oh, it's not worth it to have to explain myself. Because the other thing is people do bulk multiple, not at Double Island or any of those spots, but at other places, they do. Okay, Bribey, you came into the spot where we were camping, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
it was you had 2 sites, but one exit, and there was only 2 sites up there.
Yep. And they're really close together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I booked one for me, one for Ash.
Yep.
We could have all been on the one side, but the problem is if somebody had set up there, and I said to you, if it's young kids,
I wouldn't want to be like that.
Holy fuck, there would have been a fight.
Yeah.
So that's bad planning by the national
They
parks.
should allow that. So yeah, I agree. Because on sites like that one, that should be one booking up to 8 people.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. So that you
or
can
they should have spaced them out.
No, but you can't. There wasn't, because it's in the dunes, you can't really space it out more. So they should just say it's one site and it will take up to 8 people. Because you're paying per person.
Yeah.
Whether you're on one person on one site and one on the other site, or 2 people on one, it's the same price.
What was funny, the Rangers tried to fine us because they pulled us. So the Rangers check on a weekend. They drive up and they've got their thing, and they make sure you've actually paid for camping. And the smug look on their face, oh, we got them. We got some people. Because they go, okay, there's 2 of you in the car, but there's only 1 of you booked on the site for this rego. Went, yep, there is one. And then they were just sitting there grinning, going, we're about to book this arsehole. And I said, would you do me a favor? Could you check the next site over? And they checked and they went, oh, that's also in your name. I said, yeah, so 1 person. They went, yeah, only 1, but there's 2 of you. Well, yeah, so there's 1 on that side.
1 plus 1.
1 on that side.
When I went to school,
2.
even by our maths, we can work that one out.
And then they were gutted. Because they do, unfortunately, the Rangers don't like campers. It's just the way it is.
And it's funny, because if you're good, respectful, and all the rest of it, although we did see this time on Bribey, the animals are getting so domesticated up there. It is...
What animals?
Wallabies.
Oh, the goannas.
Goannas.
Yeah.
And the wallabies.
Yeah, the wallabies, they do come up and they eat out of your hand.
They're literally, like, when they say you shouldn't interact, it's like, it's not that you can't not when they're literally...
We were cooking and it came up and was trying to grab stuff off the table.
We were sitting around a table and he comes up, loop, 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 and looks at us. Look, he's in a circle. He's not being pushy or anything else like that. He goes, I'll have that. And it's like, no, you can't have that. Oh, I've already got it. And it's like, and then it's like, well, you've already taken it now, and you can try and shoo them away, but they're so domesticated, so they must be being fed all the time. And that's probably where then that can lead to problems and things like that. But
so anyway, give us your feedback. Are you pro booking or against it? Would you rather free for all, back to how it used to be?
Which eliminates the ghost camping. That's what that does.
But if you rock up to Bribey, you've driven all that way and there's no spots available, what, that would suck.
And then the other one, just to add on that, so let us know which one you prefer, or are you someone that nowadays looks at the hip camp option? Because that's another one that
But the hip camp's getting so expensive.
It's
a
charging,
joke.
like, some of them are doing $70 a night.
Yeah, it's
like, because we've got one and we like going to, although they've had a bad review recently and we're a bit, ooh, and it's like, I think that's, anyway, it's a lot of money. For there's no facilities.
For just a patch of grass.
Yeah.
Because when we had our hip camp, how do you justify, seriously, what a patch of grass is worth?
For camping.
Yep.
See, I would be going, I want people to enjoy themselves and things like that. So I would want it to be, but that's what I think would be a good thing.
Because how can you say a square patch of grass
for a night?
Yes, is worth, like when National Park camping is $7.50. I understand the hip camps you're not on. Well, the thing is, you're not on the beach. Like the National Park camping is generally in really
prime
good spots.
locations.
Yep. And it's only $7.
Yeah. So, let us know your thoughts.
Yep.
And any ones that you've come across that you can say, hey, guys, sounds like you live in Southeast Queensland. Have you thought about so-and-so? Because I'm always looking for new places. So that'd be good. Let us know that. So that was our banter topics. And then the next thing we do is we have a little algorithm boost, which is what we came from your old Yarns channel. And it's talking about a little channel, maybe let you guys know. You might want to go and watch.
We're going to have to start doing Spotify podcasts and stuff as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that. And that's good because I need to learn more as well. So I'll come up with my first one.
Yep.
So
we want to do these quicker now.
Yep.
So you just read them all out.
Don't get offended by the name. My first one is Off Track.
How dare you promote somebody that's stealing my name?
Off Track with Daz. He's on about 7,600 at the moment. So you might, if you're into forward driving and stuff, you might know him. He's Daz, who's got Little Rig, the Jimny. He's now got the canopy conversion on the back and stuff like that. And so you'll see him around the four-wheel drive type things and doing the hard wheeling, but he also does bushcraft stuff. So he's got like two different sides to him, which anyway, I want to get in touch with him because like he goes real back to basics bushcraft and he's Southeast Queensland as well. So that's one of mine. Off Track with Daz. Go and look that one up. That's a good one.
Next.
Yep.
Wait, my turn. I got someone with birds.
Oh, yeah, I wrote it down for you on my phone because I don't have a thing.
Oh, the other one was somebody. Oh, caravans around the campfire. So anybody he's sort of now shifted a lot into caravan reviews. So if you are looking at caravans, and I know him personally, I've met him. He actually swung by our house and stopped in Seniors when he was coming up to Queensland. And him and his partner are beautiful human beings. On YouTube, there's a lot of liars on YouTube that are there for the wrong reasons. They're for money, which is stupid because there's no money to be made on YouTube. But he's honestly a brilliant human being. You send him a message, he'll ask if you want to know about caravans and he'll point you in the right direction of what caravan to go.
And it's nice because they've done that and they look around all the different ones and go through the features and stuff.
Yeah, goes in and takes caravans for a weekend away, which let me know I've tried to do that and it's not easy to get a caravan for they're horrible.
Yeah, that's right. He'd be
with.
paying for it. You're like, no,
he's not paying for it. Like they give it to him for free, but
no, but they were doing that before. They were hiring one for a weekend. Yeah, yep.
But yeah, to get the companies to lend you one, the back and forth it's like 6 months to organise.
Yeah, you've been fighting for a long time.
And it's like I'm giving you free advertising. I will rock up this day, take your caravan, test it out, and give it back to you. Why does it need to be so hard?
Yeah,
but it is. So I've given up on it. It's so good on them for keep persevering with it.
And that's Caravans by the Campfire.
Caravans by the Campfire.
That's a good one. My other one, and because we've had a bit of a campsite-y type theme, so I've gone with Lifestyle Brisbane. And if you're trying to find it, it's lifestyle_Brisbane. He is a tiny channel.
Does he have a lifestyle camper? Is that why he's lifestyle?
No, I don't think he does. I can't remember which one he actually has. I know he has a Y62. But so they're only very short ones, and it's about campsites, generally Queensland, Northern New South Wales and stuff like that for weekenders and things. But then I think they did were they the ones that did a high country trip as well? Anyway, it's really well put together videos, and they're all generally like sub 10 minutes. So if it's a little bit of a thinking, what's this area like? Lifestyle_Brisbane. That's a good one.
And my last one?
I've got it for you here. It was Winging It Down Under.
Which is actually really cool. So they've got an Alexandrian parrot and Travelling Australia. Just something a bit different. Some people take dogs. These people have taken their parrot along with them in a lap around Australia, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yep.
And it's funny because we can just hear them all around us now.
I'm hoping these guys can hear them. They are just going bananas. And like cockatoos, anybody who's not in Australia, cockatoos are like, would you call them cheeky?
Yeah.
And they love doing like aerial. There we go.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just going to do this for no reason whatsoever.
They do flips and shit, and they're just, and then even like they might have seen those ones. When they fly through trees, they just go at rapid speed and just go bombing through trees.
See them there? It's like,
yep.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Winging It Down Under.
There you go.
And basically,
is that it? Because
this has been just a bit of banter.
Sweet.
So I'm Andy from Andy's Adventures.
I'm Dylan from Off Track. See you later.
We'll see you later. Cheers.